this is Dr. John Shirk, and this is Brown Bag Lunch. It's 11 o'clock Central, or just before it, Central Time on Wednesday. And I come to you every week, but some weeks I miss because I'm not in my office. I'm out of town, and so we're experimenting this week doing this from my phone, actually from my car this time. So if this works, it will help me be more consistent putting this product out for you. So what I want to talk about today is something I've noticed with a few clients recently. And it has to do with the perception of benefits among technicians. And it's basically two dynamics. One, when I talk to a focus group of technicians, I'll hear them say something like, yeah, our benefits suck. And it's sort of almost like a har kind of dynamic. But then when I look into it, they're really kind of competitive with their benefits. But what in fact is happening is they're kind of not understanding how to use them or really having good data around what the different options are and so on. So a couple of things on this. If you are someone who wants to hire technicians, and we're getting into that season, it is an absolute must that you have a one-pager put together with all of the data that connects to your benefits. In other words, if what's the the premium that comes out of their check, if it's just them, what if it is just them and their kids, what if it is just them and a spouse, what if it is them and the whole family, what is the actual dollar figure out of pocket. Now follow me with this. Don't distribute that, because you don't want your competitors having that to go compare and have it to compete with you. But when you're talking to them in an interview setting, the technician should be able to write it down and take it home to the person who's going to ask about it the most, the technician's spouse. See, if you are way behind the curve if you are not accounting for the spouse's questions and the spouse's buy-in to this person choosing to come work for you. You need to get ahead of that curve, way ahead of it, and just put yourself in her position or his position, the spouse, and imagine what are all the questions you would have if you were in their shoes, and get them pre-answered and get it with data. I mean, what you don't want to do is put a technician in a position to go home to their spouse and say, hey, I really want to go work for XYZ Mechanical, and they have great insurance. That's not data, right? So she's going to say, well, what do you mean it's great? Well, I don't know. They said it was great. I talked to one of their techs. He said it was great. Well, how do you know it's better than what you have? Well, I don't know. Ours suck. You see where I'm going with this? You need to have the data. You need to have 401k match data. You need to have that data available about the benefits so that when someone wants to look at it, they have objective data to review in order to make the decision to come work for you. And if you don't have it, I promise you, many good hires will go away because their spouse will kill it. Okay? Spouse isn't a bad person in this story. It's just that they don't have the data they need to make the decision they need to make. Okay. Now, the second thing I want to recommend you do, and this is whether you're on the tech side or on the employer side, get into the habit of, once a year, maybe more often if necessary, bringing in an individual tech. And if you're a tech hearing this, you do it on your own. Sit down with whoever is the HR back office person and walk through all of the components of the insurance and who's the doctor you would need to call. If you have optical insurance, who are the in-network people, and possibly even if you're on the employer side, possibly even set up some appointments while they're sitting there. Now, listen, do not fall into the trap of saying, oh, we don't want to baby these guys. Listen, your back office should be customer service to the technicians. This is what competitive companies are doing. You should not think of this as, hey, I paid for this. I gave you the card. Call that number. You figure it out. Don't do that, because your techs will begin to say to other people, our benefits suck, even if they don't, right? They have to be shown how it works. Now, some guys don't need this, and if they don't, that's fine, but some guys do. And, if you say, well, I shouldn't have to, you got to remove those words from your vocabulary. We live in a business where you do what you have to do. You don't get to live in what I shouldn't have to. If they don't know how to use their benefits, they're going to tell people they suck, and you're going to lose that component in the hiring process. Okay. Just walk them through it. It's not that hard. It's not that time consuming. And then they come in and they say, hey, Earl, nice glasses. Where'd you get them? Well, the insurance paid for them. Oh, really? Really? Okay. So now we're talking. So that's the two things I want to emphasize for, and again, this is for both the employer side as well as the tech side. If you're a tech, you need to know what are the options, what should be coming out of my check every week, what are the benefits that I have, how do I put them to use? If I don't know, I need to figure it out. I mean, we went through a process of getting new insurance, and for me, for the dental and the optical, it took me about 2 hours on the phone and online because it wasn't all from the same company, and I had to go figure everything out. All I had was a phone number, and there was no card or anything. So a lot of times these secondary insurances don't issue a card. So just realize, if you want your employees to feel like they have good benefits, you're probably going to have to take some of them by the hand and get them set up further than just in the system. And if you're a tech, get in there and make use of those benefits so that what you have. And if you talk to somebody else, you can find out what they have and you can compare it objectively, not just on the idea of good insurance or not. All right, I'm Dr. John Shirk. I'm here every week, just giving you what I can. If there are topics you guys want me to cover, please jump in. But also, it's recruiting season, and if you're in air conditioning, it's coming. The days are getting warmer. I'm in South Louisiana. They're already starting to get warmer, and we really want to help you. What we're offering right now, the product is called a recruiting machine, but what it's really designed to do is enhance and magnify and support and empower your recruiting efforts. We don't do a lot of recruiting where we go find the tech and we just put a resume in front of you. We want to help you build a machine that you can manage, so you only pay us once, and then you get all the techs you need. Okay. We're burning up phone lines, calling people about this every day right now. So if you want to hear more about it, please comment below and I'll reach out and we'll talk. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.